Mr. Mukherjee, Professor Nalapat has made some valuable points, and of course, one amongst them is, the absence of China over here, and of course, India is looking for opportunities, is looking for pastures, and so far, perhaps Brazil is the only country when it comes to a bilateral relationship with India that has always exuded, this warm friendliness through which a lot can be made out of.
Absolutely, Vineet. India has never had to compete against China as far as friendship with Brazil is concerned. This is a long-standing relationship. Like Professor Nalapat, I've also been to Brazil several times, including to the rainforest and to Brasilia, which is a curious new town made of concentric circles. Very interesting architecture. The Brazilians have supported us on all issues. We are together for our bid for permanent membership of the UN Security Council. We are together in all important groupings, and we have always counted upon Brazil as one of our strongest friends in the global south. Many say that both Brazil and India are emerging countries, they're not developing countries anymore. That being said, it is a vast country with huge resources, as Professor Nalapat said, and there is huge scope to expand the relationship. President Lula is a strong president. He doesn't take to bullying by Trump. He's made that very clear. Uh, in fact, President Trump was advising him on how to treat his predecessor, and he said Brazil is an independent country with independent foreign policy, which was good for him. There is a lot of scope for defense procurement. They are very interested in taking some of our indigenous missiles, etc. On our side, we have always been interested in the manner in which Brazil has developed its defense procurement and defense manufacture. This is something that they developed long before us, actually. We caught up much later now under Prime Minister Modi. But they have some pretty interesting stuff which would be of interest to us. Their prices are much more reasonable than what we would get from the West or the Americans. So definitely that is something that we would look at. The Brazilians are extremely good, like us, on renewable energy. They share our thoughts on green energy. More than that, I think it is very important that India builds up these long-term relationships with major countries in Latin America, which actually are want to move closer to India. He went to Argentina, he's gone to Brazil. These are countries which matter, like Colombia, like Venezuela, which is very, very rich in oil. So this visit, he's been given a ceremonial welcome, which very few get. This is a proper, full bilateral visit with full state honors after the summit. Many say that she stayed away because he was upset about that. I have no idea. I didn't realize that the Chinese throw tantrums at the drop of a hat. There's nothing to throw a tantrum about in any case. But yes, this visit will showcase that the Indo-Brazilian relationship has come of age, as it should have long time ago. And Brazil again is a country with whom we do a lot of trade. We need to improve that. We need to improve our trading with Brazil. We could even look at maybe a free trade agreement with some of these countries in Latin America, because we have strengths they don't have, they have strengths we don't have, and it's much easier to make FTAs with countries which are of the same level of development. It's always very difficult to make FTAs with developed countries who want you to open up your market so that they can tread all over you and give nothing in return. So that is something again we need to look at. But all in all, we need very, very interesting visit, and we expect some pretty important MOUs after the one-to-one they are going to have, and the one-to-one with or without AIDS, I don't know, is going to result in some pretty interesting outcomes. Beneath.